Today, I'm going to share with you how to read a story to a child or group of children. The first thing you should always do first is when you introduce a story or a book to a child, you always want to discuss the cover of the story. For example, ask them what they see in the illustrations on the cover of the book, and then also discuss the back of the book and just ask them specific questions, open-ended questions, what they think the story could possibly be about. So today I'm going to share this book with you that is called I Got the Rhythm, which is written by Connie Schofield Morrison and illustrated by Frank Morrison. If you will, I would probably ask them questions on who the writer is, specifically what their job entails, and the illustrator. So for example, it was written by Connie Schofield, who is the author. The author is the person who writes the story, and the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. So by looking at this cover, can you tell me what you think the story is going to be about? Remember, the title is I Got the Rhythm. So what does it look like this girl in the picture is doing? Let's see. She looks like maybe she's doing a ballet pose, or maybe she's jumping up. And do you see that box in the back of her? What do you think that's called? So it might be unusual to you, but I grew up back in the 80s, and that is called a boombox. So a boombox is a device that plays music. You can listen to the radio or even play cassette tapes on there. So let's turn the book over and look at the back of the book. What do you think is going on back here? So I see the same girl that was on the cover. Now she's on the back, and she looks like she's doing another dance move back here. And who do you think that's with her? It possibly could be an older sister, or maybe an aunt or cousin, or maybe even her mom. So let's turn the book back over and let's open the story and see how the story begins. Oh, look, we have another image. Now, this is called the title page. The title page is another version of similar to the cover. So on the title page, what do you see happening here? Remember, we have the title of the book, which is I Got the Rhythm. And what do you see happening in this picture? I see a girl standing on something looking out of the window. What do you think she's looking at or possibly looking for? So let's open up the pages and find out more about the story that's called I Got the Rhythm. Look at this picture. So it looks like maybe a young girl or her older sister or her mom are sitting on the stairs of the front of their house, maybe? What do you think they're about to do? Let's find out. I thought of a rhythm in my mind. Think, think, think. Look at what she's doing. Her eyes are closed, and she looks like she might be thinking of a rhythm in her mind. Let's see what else happens. I heard the rhythm with my ears. Beep, beep. So if you can see over here, this young guy looks like he's playing, looks like some containers that he's beating on, maybe like a drum, possibly. And so she's listening intently to his sounds of the drums. I looked at the rhythm with my eyes, blink, blink. So what do you think she's doing in this picture? She's looking at the butterfly, and there are other butterflies around her. I smell the rhythm with my nose. Sniff, sniff. What do you think she's smelling right now? So I see a young man. He looks like he has an ice cream cart, and she can smell the ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream? Mine will probably be butter pecan. I love butter pecan. I sing the rhythm with my mouth. Look at her singing. Do you see that boombox again right here? Remember, where did we see that boombox last at? Do you remember? We saw it at the cover of the book. So it looks like she's singing and it looks like a crowd is amazed by her sound. Let's see what else happens. I caught the rhythm with my hands. Clap, clap. It looks like they're maybe doing a hand clapping game. So maybe you can think of it like when you do patty cake, patty cake. So that looks like what they're doing here in this picture. Or they could be doing something else. Let's see what happens after she hears the rhythm with the claps. I kept the rhythm with my fingers. Snap, snap. So it looks like her and a group of people are outside having a good old time dancing by snapping to the rhythm. Sometimes when you hear your favorite song on the radio or on the TV, what do you do? Do you dance? Do you sing? Or do you snap your fingers? I shook a rhythm with my hips. Shake, shake. Now, what do you do when that song comes on? Do you shake your hips and just dance a little bit? And it looks like that's what they're doing, dancing and shaking their hips. I felt the rhythm with my knees. Knock, knock. So what does it look like they're doing in this picture? It looked like they fell on their knees and they are singing the song as they fell on their knees. That's pretty amazing. I walked the rhythm with my feet. Stomp, stomp. It looked like they all jumped up and stomped. Do you see that? They made an arch with their jump. I tapped the rhythm with my toes. Tip, tap. Look at it. She got on her high toes and she bent her body. She's a pretty good dancer. I danced to the rhythm of the drum. Beep, bop. You see him playing the drum? That's a different type of drum. And she looks like she just jumped in the air and arched her back. And she is feeling the rhythm of that drum. I clapped and I snapped. I tipped and I tapped. I popped and I locked. I hipped and I hopped. She is a dancing machine. Do you notice something familiar in this picture? Take a closer look. Look at that. It's that boom box that we saw where? On the cover. Let's see what else is going on. Beat, bop, bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. You see everyone in the picture was from the previous pages. They are all dancing to the different rhythm that they heard. Boom, box, beat, bop, kaboom, kaboom. I got the rhythm and you can too. The end. Now, when you finish reading the story to your child, you want to ask questions about the book to see if they understood what you read, or just to see what their favorite part of the story was. So you might ask them questions like, what was the favorite part of the story for you? And then you can probably answer too what your favorite part was. And then ask them, when I read this book to you, what did it make you think of? Did it make you want to dance? What did it make you want to do? So if you can ask another question, if you could change the ending of the story, what would you change the ending to? Well, thank you for joining me as I showed you how to read a story to your child or a group of children. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.